Hello everyone. I, Professor Gausia Sayyed, Assistant Professor in Civil Department of Rajashri Shahu College of Engineering, Pune, is now going to deliver the session on Structural Design 1. Today I am going to discuss sheet number 8, detailed sketch of welded plate girder. Just see, this is the sheet number 8 which you have to draw with the help of software, that is AutoCAD. Sheet number 8 is dealing with welded plate girder. So you have to divide this sheet into three parts. The first part, you have to draw elevation and plan of welded plate girder. Middle part, you have to draw loading diagram with SFD and BMD. And the third part, you have to show design detail of welded plate girder along with connection details of web and flange. Again, connection details of web, end bearing stiffeners and intermediate stiffeners. So let us discuss every part one by one. Before going to discuss sheet number 8, let us recall the knowledge about welded plate girder. So what do you mean by plate girder? The plate girder are deep flexural member used to carry heavy load. When span are large and loads are heavy, even I section with cover plate may be insufficient to support, then plate girder is come in picture. So what is the meaning of plate girder? The plate girder is I-beam built up from steel plate using bolted or welded connections. So simply it is a I section which is made by steel plate. So this is top plate and the bottom plate. This name is top flange and bottom flange. It can form a I section by joining this plate. Name is web plate, and all these three plates form a I section, and this plate can be joined by welding. So this type of structure which formed by plates and joined together by welding is known as welded plate girder. The plate girder can be joined by bolted or welded connection. But the welded plate girders are most popular nowadays because there are number of advantages over bolted connections. So what are that? The first advantage is that the self weight of welded plate girder is reduced. Second, superior to riveted or bolted in terms of simplicity and efficiency. And the welded plate girder nowadays most popular because of advancement in welding techniques. That's why here we have to discuss welded plate girder. Let us discuss the different element or component of plate girder. So this is the figure of welded plate girder. Just see these two plates, the top plate and the bottom plate is known as flange plate. And this flange plate form a I section by joining a vertical plate known as web plate. In welded plate girder, thinner web plate is used. So there is a possibility of buckling or web crippling. So to strengthen the web plate, here we have to provide the horizontal plate known as horizontal stiffener or longitudinal stiffeners. And this vertical plate which is connected to web you strengthen to that plate is vertical stiffeners. So these stiffeners are having three types. The first, end stiffener, intermediate stiffener and load bearing stiffener. So what is the end bearing stiffener? The stiffener which is provided at the end of plate girder is known as end bearing stiffeners. And the stiffener which is provided the point at which concentrated load is supposed to be act, then this type of stiffener is known as load bearing stiffeners. And the third type, intermediate stiffeners, let us discuss with the next diagram. So just see here, in this shaded or the blue color stiffener is known as intermediate stiffener. The stiffener which is provided in between end bearings is known as intermediate stiffeners. So let us see one of the practical example of plate girder in Pune, which is known as Sangam Bridge, located at Shivaji Nagar, Pune. So this is the bridge where plate girder is used. This plate girder or this Sangam Bridge was built in 1818, and this present look can be achieved completely rebuilt during 1876. And after this 1876, this one is it make it look like its present day structure. Just see this. This is the actual practical example of plate girder. Now let us go the sectional elevation of plate girder. This one you have to draw in your sheet. So in that sheet you have to show the elevation of plate girder. So this is top, the bottom, the flange plates are there. This dark color plate, this one, and this is a flange plate. And this flange plate is joined by web plate. So this is the depth of web plate is there. And this web plate is connected by the stiffeners. So this one is the end stiffener. So this is the end stiffener provided at the end of that plate girder. And these are the intermediate stiffeners. All are intermediate stiffener. What are that intermediate stiffener? This one are the intermediate stiffeners. And suppose if the concentrated load is acting here, then this stiffener is known as load bearing stiffeners. So you have to draw the elevation with scale, show the dimension of flange plate, web plate, all the stiffeners with proportion, and here just see, and all these members are joined by welding. And this type of welding, just see this rectangle, this welding is known as intermittent welding. And this P is the center to center distance between the welding, known as pitch. And here we provide the welding is a staggered or diamond welding, so that it gives us more strength to that. And in this manner you have to use the welding to connect the stiffeners to web plate. So in sheet number 8, you have to show all the component part, their dimensions, this welding with scale. And care should be taken that all words are in capital letters. After elevation, let's go for plan. In that plan is a top view. This one, the overall rectangle, this is a flange plate. So the width of flange plate is here. And in that, this one is the thickness of web is observed. This web plate thickness is there. And this web plate can be connected by this intermediate stiffener on both sides. Just see, these are the end bearing stiffeners on both way. So this is a web here on top and bottom. There is a stiffeners, and these are the intermediate stiffeners. And you have to show welding. And what is that? You have to show what is the size of this weld, the length of the weld, minimum length of the weld, S, thickness, and pitch. So in your sheet, you have to mention all the dimension, name of the plate. Now just see, this is the sheet, elevation and plan is there. So in that, you have to show top flange, bottom flange. You have to show the center to center distance between the stiffeners. Welding is there. Write the name. What is the name of that end bearing? Their size. Just see this 200 by 16. The size of end bearing stiffeners. The depth of wave. Overall depth of wave. Again the span, and here you have to show the butt weld. Each and every details you have to write on the same elevation, as well as on plan you have to show the name of the component parts of that plate girder with welding, their sizes, and again you have to write what is the size of weld, length of weld, and the pitch of the weld. Just see, this is the overall width of flange is there. So this is a 450 is the width of flange, and here the depth of flange will be observed in elevation. Okay, so while drawing you have to show all the component part, their sizes, again span, and all are in mm, and all words and lettering should be in capital letters. Okay, this is the first part, elevation and plan of plate girder. Now after observing this, let's go. This is the design details of plate girder. So after designing the plate girder, you have to write the details. So what is that? What is the span of the girder, depth of the girder, width of the girder, all are we are getting after the design, thickness of wave. Then you have to show the details of size of flange plate, wave, bearings, all the specification. Then what are the design specification you have to write, and last you have to write which IS code you have to use during the design of plate girder. So these are the design details of plate girder. Now let's go. This is a loading diagram. So this is a simply supported plate girder having two equal loads, 150 kilonewton, and here this W is the self weight of plate girder. This is a given example, or this is a project 2. So you have to draw shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So why I draw bending moment diagram? Just see here, it is assumed that the flanges are designed to take bending moment and wave are designed to take shear force. That's why here we calculate maximum bending moment, and we know in simply supported beam at center we get maximum bending moment. Here, as we know, the maximum bending moment is at maximum at center, and it reduces towards the support, and it becomes 0 at the support. So what is that? Maximum 7770 at center, and it goes on decreasing and it becomes 0 at A. So here, as we know, there is no need to provide the thickness of flange throughout the section of this plate girder. In this case, we go for curtailment of flange plate. So what do you mean by curtailment of flange plate? Curtailment of flange plate is nothing but reduction in the thickness of flange plate in proportion to the moment along the span. And for that case, here we take a section X from A point and find the bending moment about this point mx. So what are that? Reaction RA into X is a clockwise plus, again UDL into X by 2, and this 150 kilonewton is X minus 7. So in this manner you have to calculate bending moment about this point or about the distance X. So let's go. What is the curtailment of flange? In this is a section along center line of plate girder. As per that design, the size of flange is 450 by 32. The wave dimension is 1850 by 12 mm. So this is the flange at center as there is a maximum bending moment. Then for curtailment of flange, here we take instead of 32, now we reduce the thickness 50% less, is a 16 mm, and the all dimensions are same. Why 16 mm? As we are going to reduce the thickness of flange, the word for that curtailment of flange. And the region where bending moment is less than at the critical section, the thickness of plate can be reduced. So here I first reduce this 32 to 16 mm, and then I am going to calculate the section modulus for this section, and this moment of resistance you have to equate it to mx, the bending moment at critical section. Just see this, the bending moment at critical section, equate this mx with the moment of resistance of this section having thickness reduced to 32/16. Then we get the distance at which curtailment of flange is necessary. So in this manner you are going to curtail the flange by 32 to 16 mm. And while in sheet number 6, if I take a section along midsection, I have get this cross section, and this is the section near to support where the flange is curtailed from 32 to 16 mm. Now after curtailment, let's go connection between web and flange. So here you have to show the connection detail between web and flange with welding. So this is the web, and all the dimension you have to show it and show the distance between this pitch or the clear spacing is 140 mm, size of weld is 5 mm. So you have to show it the connection detail. Similar way you have to show the connection between intermediate stiffeners and weld. So here you have to show the dimension or the size of ITS intermediate stiffeners is 120 by 10, and you have to connect with wave. Same way, this is the connection between end bearing stiffeners and web. You have to show the size of these end bearing stiffeners as well as the web dimension with welding details. So in this manner, you have to complete sheet number 8. Thank you for watching.